I show you Leao pressing. Oh, buongiorno, buongiorno, eccoci qua, eccoci qua. Today I can't help but smile. Today I can't help but smile, but, I also have to be a little bit realistic now and come down to earth, let's say. So this victory against Inter was a fully deserved. I think there are no questions about it. Does it mean that now I am Team Fonseca and Team Redbird and our management is genius? No. Unfortunately, no. And by saying so, I am cutting myself out of any possible collaboration that could happen in the future, if with many ifs, right? But yeah, that's what I think. Like, I think we will be better off when we are gonna have a different type of manager and ownership. And yeah, while Fonseca deserves full credit for this game because he won it with his full-on attack mode of AC Milan and this new kind of formation, which is not a new formation if you think about it, because we saw this against Venezia and even Liverpool in the end. It was basically a 4-2-4 that can become like a 4-4-2, that kind of formation. But this time we were much more compact and much more mindful. All the players were more mindful, all the player bar Leao. But we have to score more. Like, and at that, in that regard, I can't say nothing to Fonseca, because if Okafor and Abraham don't score, and they had great chances to do so, then that's not the coach's fault, obviously. But we should have won this derby at least 4-1, and that would have been fair. And yeah, we played a great game. Inter obviously didn't play the best game ever, so we deserve the win. But we have to see also what kind of a game Inter played. But I have to say that what really helped into caging, let's say, Inter, was Morata and Abraham basically bullying Chalanoglu. Because if you watch the match again, you will see like Abraham and Morata always communicating to each other and make sure that somebody is on to Chalanoglu. In fact, Chalanoglu didn't have any space; it couldn't do nothing. So it was a great game, especially from those two, Morata and Abraham. Their attitude was top notch. Abraham is becoming it's becoming my favorite player. Like, he's a warrior. He's truly is. You can see the passion when he plays. You can see how much he cares. He cares more than Leao about the derby, which I'm saying everything, right? So I said, let's try to be a little bit realistic. Is this kind of play style sustainable for every game? In my humble and very useless opinion, I don't know, because I probably this was more of a formation, more of a play style that we used to counter Inter specifically, because we don't have enough players to keep doing this throughout the whole year. If Abraham or Morata get injured, then we cannot do this anymore, which is a big problem, right? So how long can we keep doing this? And also with this kind of formation, if Leao doesn't change his attitude, Leao becomes useless. Because Leao, the goal that we conceded, it's always the same. It's always the same goal. If you look at the goals that we conceded until now, it's always the same. So there is Leao, which is too high and is not willing to press. He doesn't press. He doesn't come back, and so their flank is free to pass like a long ball into the other side, our weak side, which is the right side. And Emerson Royal, for some reason, chooses to double. I don't know if it was Lautaro or Thuram, I don't remember. And so he leaves Di Marco free, which then scores. It's always the same. It's always the same. So Emerson Royal was a dual double match. Like, the first half was terrible, and the second half was great. He did a couple of like very good crosses into the area, But Leao was too late. Leao wasn't involved in the game. This attitude, how long can we keep going with this? How long can we keep going on and forgiving Leao? Anyway, as I said, we do leave a lot of open spaces, especially in the wings, and we were lucky that Inter didn't score today there. Surely Fonseca deserves credit for today's game. The difference was that the team was more compact and the attitude was much, much better than usual. Okay? And the derby, usually, the team that has like the right attitude can win. And Inter's attitude was terrible. Like, probably, I don't know if they're underestimated Milan this time and they thought it was going to be like an easy game, or they were like too tired from the Manchester City match. But Inter has some problem right now in the attack. Like Lautaro he didn't score any goal, if I'm not wrong, right? Lautaro Thuram is not working very well, so they have their own problems. And their substitutions, they're not as good as the starters. Now we have this boost, right? We have this moral boost, and the players are like focused and happy, and this could go on for a few games now, but we also know that Milan can do like a step forward and 10 steps back and then tie with or lose with Lecce. This is AC Milan, right? So that can happen. So I still would wait before I become too much enthusiastic. Obviously I'm very happy for this win. We deserved it. No questions. Even like Inter supporters are saying so. Like we didn't steal anything really, and we deserved actually to win with a broader score. A 4-1 will not have been surprising, right? But we missed to finalize. We have to finalize the chances we are, because we cannot like leave. We cannot keep doing this, okay? Every game we have like many chances, and we the simplest goals we can't make them. At some point we had to win the derby, right? At some point, right? That's the law of I looked it up. It was the law of huge numbers, which says that after Inter wins a lot of derbies, AC Milan will win at least one at some point. That's what the scientists say. So I wanted to include the ratings in this video, but then the video became a little bit too long, and I was way too long, and people don't watch that video for that long. So I will cut the video in two and give you the ratings after. Va bene? Ciao, 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 ciao.